Alright. Alright. I believe you. But my Tommy gun don't. Alright, there we go. Oh wow, there's bullets everywhere. Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome to another live stream. And don't worry, this is a Nerf product. This is not a real one. Yeah, so as you can see by the title, this has been kind of a craving for me lately. And yeah, this is actually, I modified this. I made this myself. It's just a Nerf Rebel blaster. And I mean, look at Thompson, 1928 Thompson. Anyway, so welcome to another live stream. We are here to basically, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of fucking bullets around. We are here to basically give you guys an update of what's been happening on the channel this week. And what can you expect essentially for this month, because this is essentially our first live stream of April. So, full things that have happened this week. First of all, we did a brand new King Kong review that came out on Friday. Actually, we did two of them, one of which was on Kitty and the Kong, which you guys can check out on the channel, as well as what we were saying was our New York location tour, when in fact, it was an April Fool's joke. And full disclosure, I wanted to do a April Fool's episode for a while. Like, I wanted to do something like that because I think it would have been funny. So I did that, where instead of doing the New York tour, I did a tour of Toronto where they shot the knockoff Yeti. So did that. That was great. That was actually, most of that was just improvised. There was no script for that. I didn't write anything down until after. So you guys can definitely go check out those two episodes. And yes, I did retitle it the Yeti one because I just didn't want to confuse people. So that's been happening. We also put out a new reaction video. It's not necessarily a reaction video on a trailer or something. It's actually a reaction video on a series of videos that I discovered, and I figured I'd record my first reaction. That was on George Carlin dubbing Thomas the Tank Engine, and it's fucking hilarious. So I decided to do a reaction video, and let me know if you guys enjoy that. So that's been happening. Also, in terms of this coming week, you can expect the following. You can expect Friday, basically our new convention adventure. As you saw, we did put our promo for our new convention adventure promo out there. So we'll expect the brand new one out Friday on basically Toronto Comic Con. Toronto Comic Con happened a few weeks ago, so we are just going to be showing off what we did there. So that's happening. So that's happening, and then Monday you will get a brand new King Kong behind the scenes episode. So look forward to that. Oh, excuse me. Aside from that, if you guys have followed me on social media, I've been addicted to a certain drink that has been coming out lately, and that is Crystal Pepsi. I have been addicted to this stuff. I've been drinking these things nonstop, and I know it's bad for me, but fuck it, I need it because it's amazing. I love it whenever they bring out Crystal Pepsi. It's addictive. So there's that. So with that being said, what else has been happening? Lately I've been kind of getting into a bit of a Nerf kick. Lately, and Nerf as in Nerf blasters, Nerf guns. So as you saw in the opening, I did have my Tommy gun. This is a mod I did of a Nerf Rebel gun that I basically turned into a 1928 Thompson. This is one of the props we use in our show. But aside from that, I pulled out all my old Nerf guns. I pulled them all out, and I've been just kind of been having fun with them. One of them being, this thing's kind of cool. It's kind of a bit of a show and tell. This motherfucker. This thing is a Nerf Vulcan, and I spray painted it silver. Now, the reason it's silver is not because of Terminator, but because this was the gun used to shoot down Kong in the movie. We just hooked this up to a vehicle piece and used this as the close-up for the gun that shoots down Kong. So yes, this is a chain gun. I am getting into, I might actually do this with most of my Nerf blasters, is paint them silver or black or something to make them look more like authentic, because when it comes to using gun props, I prefer these over, buying like air rifles and shit. But this is actually pretty cool. So this is the chain gun. For some reason, I want to film a cosplayer shooting this with this thing, because I think that'd actually be kind of badass. Anyway, so there's that. But the one blaster, I mean, I've also got other things. I've got like my frickin' Stampede. I've used this a couple of times. The one I'm mostly used to is this guy. This is a Raven CS-18, And all I did was take a Retaliator's barrel, put a scope in here, and I love this thing. This is my go-to whenever I'm doing action scenes. And I actually, again, want to use this in a future video. But there's things like, you know, you got your rough cut, you've got your freaking, you've got your, what's this bad boy, the Raider. You know, this one doesn't really work that well, but it's kind of cool. But the one I really enjoy lately is the Sling Fire. Now, you guys know what the Sling Fire is. It's the Terminator gun. It's the Terminator Nerf blaster. But what I did was, I actually, just yesterday, did a modification. I basically took my Sling Fire and added a barrel from an old Busby toy. As you can see, like, the rest is in the trash, but there's the rest of the damn thing. I just took it apart, and I just modified it to add on here, so you can, like, you know, use this as almost like a Winchester kind of thing, which is kind of cool. And I love this thing. This is definitely going to be my go-to Terminator blaster come that time, but I love this thing. Yeah, and they're not loaded because I don't want to load these things much, but yeah, as props, this actually looks pretty kick-ass. It's pretty much a rough job, but I love this thing. Anyway, so that's what's been happening. I've been kind of doing the thing with that. And yeah, so now that we've gotten those out of the way, we're going to start answering some questions for you guys. So I've got my Crystal Pepsi handy. I'm actually, before we get started, I'm going to share this live stream with a few people because I know they'll probably want to tune in. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of fucking things. I'm just going to send this to people. But yeah, so that's what's been happening. I've been basically kind of doing my own thing. Thankfully, MarchOfKong is done. And I'm finally getting into the 100th episode. And yes, just in case you're aware, the King Kong Toronto location tour April Fool's video was not the 100th episode. That was a prank video. That's not meant to be an official episode. So just bear that in mind. The 100th episode is coming, and I'm already editing it. So look forward to that. So, yeah, that's what's been going down lately. So let me just send this out to people because I know they'll probably want to tune in, essentially. Send it to them. So yeah, there's that. So that's what's been happening. So let's answer a couple of questions for you guys, and hopefully you'll be able to see something coming here. Let's see here. The Beretta. I don't know that one. Is that one like a revolver? I think that would be my favorite. Not much, Justin. Thank you for joining us. Basically, I'm just going through just updates of what's been happening this week and just kind of going through stuff. My opinion on the new Joker trailer. I like it. It looks actually pretty fucking cool. I'm looking forward to it. I think Joaquin Phoenix is going to blow it out of the park. It'll be way better than fucking Jared Leto. But I'm looking forward to see what they do with it. Although, I am curious to see if they're going to be pulling from the comics, if they're going to be doing the Thomas Wayne Batman, meaning like if Thomas Wayne didn't die, or are they going to be doing his Batman, basically? Because I know there's like an alternate universe where Thomas Wayne took over the mantle of Batman, Bruce's father. I just wonder if they're going to be doing that. But I also, I'm also curious to see what's going on with the Gotham TV show, because I know the Gotham show is currently going to be going through its last 2 episodes, and we're basically going to be getting Batman finally showing up at the very end of the show, which hopefully there's enough of people saying, can we just get a full show, new season, but it's sort of a revival, but it's about Batman. At least then that would be something worth I'd be wanting to see. But yeah, the new Joker trailer looks fucking amazing. I'm excited as hell. I can't wait to see it. I'll probably be doing an opening night on that as well. There's also potential for me to go to an opening night on Avengers Endgame because Eric got us some tickets. Although, funny enough, there was a whole thing where apparently they sold out worldwide. This is a first. Like, I cannot believe a film series got to the point where they were able to do it worldwide, basically sell tickets, which is incredible. So, that's happening. Let's see. All right, what do you got? Something cool to tell me, Ralph? Say it in the comments. Let's see here. When I get the Kagome plushie, the one back there, I got that at a Comic-Con, actually, a while back, like a couple months ago, which was pretty cool, in case you're wondering. They always sell Inuyasha plushies and shit here. Let's see here. unrelated to Nerf guns, just a question. Have you heard of Godzilla versus the Wolfman? Yes, we actually did a joke about that in, I think, one of our reviews. I can't remember which review it was, but we did make a joke about Godzilla versus the Wolfman. I have heard things about it. I've seen bits of it. It looks interesting for a fan film, especially. So, I might, someday maybe take a look at that. But again, like, I'm not big into Godzilla as most are, so I'm more of a Kong fan, to be honest. Let's see. I always like Nerf guns. I thought they were cool science fiction, just spray paint them using as alien guns. Yeah, like, I know they do have alien blasters in Toys R Us right now, and so I guess you could use them as kind of Halo ones. Although there is a liquidation shop that has a Boomco Halo blaster that I wouldn't use as a Nerf blaster, but I would use it as just a Halo prop gun. I thought about buying one of those and then just spray painting it, make it look cool, so that'd be me. Handguns are semi-auto pistols. The only two revolvers are the Stampede and the Marsters. Okay. That's interesting. Favorite Batman? Okay, this is tough. This is really tough, people, because if you're going by actor, it's really a toss-up. I can't really decide, because there's, like, a total of 4 actors. Or, like, every actor who has played Batman has done their own thing. I can't really answer that, Liam, but what I can answer is who I'd want to play Batman. If you have seen it, if you want to go check it out, Liam, check out my Let's Talk on who I would cast for a Batman movie or TV series. Batman? Thomas Gibson. The main guy in, one of the main guys in Criminal Minds. He'd be an amazing Batman because he looks like Kevin Conroy's Bruce Wayne. He looks like he could wear the cowl, and on top of that, he could be like sort of the best crime-solving Batman, in my opinion. So that's what I would want to see. I can't answer who's my favorite right now, but that's how I can explain who I want to see play Batman. What is your next non-Kong review in the works? The 100th episode. I am not going to say what it is. I have dropped hints before, but I will not say it here on this live stream because I want to keep it a little bit of a secret. The 100th episode will hopefully be airing at the beginning of May. We are currently editing the review portions of it. I am going to be filming segments probably tomorrow, as well as this weekend. Probably Saturday or something. I will be shooting green screen elements. We are planning a massive shoot on the 13th, and we're just going to be filming it as time goes on. We're going to spend the whole month working on it, along with a few other videos over the May season. There's going to be a lot of videos happening, and what's going to be happening too is that I am going to be trying to at least get one review out a week. Now, this is a huge undertaking, but I'm going to try. But that means I have to prep ahead of time. I got to get these out beforehand, before their releases. Like a week in advance, each video has to be done in order to move on to the next one. So hopefully something is going on there. Let's see here. The Beretta is semi-automatic pistol handgun was seen in Terminator 2. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. I missed it. Okay, yeah, no, Universal's been going at. I do have plans to at some point do some Universal related stuff as well this summer. Spring Bake, yep, looking forward to that. Another choice actually I had for Professor Challenger was Joaquin Phoenix. No, I don't see him as that. He mostly likes to play crazy roles, actually, Miss Joan B. Films. Alejandro has a question. Are you planning on reviewing Ready Player One? Yes. You can look forward to that for the Season 4 finale this Christmas. That will be our Season 4 finale. We'll be Ready Player One, because it's just going to open the floodgates to other things. Team Rodan or Team King Ghidorah? That's tough. I like King Ghidorah because he's a fucking badass motherfucker who is like a 3-headed golden dragon. But I do like Rodan because he's just a big pterodactyl. I think I'm going to go with Rodan because I'm a big dinosaur nut, essentially. The Mummy Dark roller coaster was okay, but my brother puked on the floating head and we all hated it. Wait, he puked on what? On the floating head? Wait, which one? I'm confused, man. That's funny. That's actually hilarious. Although, did you notice Titanosaurus, or whoever went to Universal, did you notice the Golden Kong statue in the treasure room? If you did, let me know. What are your thoughts on the Mosasaurus attacking my script and walking with dinosaur sea monsters? Again, I haven't been able to read the whole thing. I haven't had time. I know there's a lot of people been sending me scripts and stuff. Actually, one thing I am going to be doing, guys, is actually, I'm going to be doing my first voice acting gig. I just got the gig I believe yesterday. There's a filmmaker who's been a fan of ours, and he actually is a really nice guy. What's his name? Let me go find him. He's on here somewhere. I've got like so many. His name's Zachary McCullen, and he's got an alien invasion movie he's working on, and I'm going to be doing a voice for it. So I will probably link the trailer probably tomorrow for you guys to take a look at. But I will be doing the voice of this alien, and it was my first voice acting gig, so I'm looking forward to it. Essentially. Hey Jack, I'm close to finally graduating high school, and Grant and I we're going to Disneyland. First time there. Congratulations, man! Yeah, congrats on graduating high school. Enjoy Disneyland. In my opinion, wait, Disneyland, California, because that's the park I think I would recommend the most. I wouldn't recommend Florida. Florida's way too expensive. California at least has everything condensed into 2 parks. However, here's how I put it: California is Disney essentially. Everybody, like, I think Disney runs California. Florida, I think, belongs to Universal hands down. They've been really upping their game at the park. Let's see here. Justin Tang, which human characters in Godzilla franchise are your favorite? Mr. Taco or Dr. Serizawa? They're both my favorites for 2 different reasons. Mr. Taco because he's fucking hilarious, and Dr. Serizawa because he's a serious motherfucker. It's really hard to choose, honestly. In terms of Ken Watanabe's Dr. Serizawa, let's see what happens with King of the Monsters. I didn't get much of an opinion on him in 2014. Oh yeah, I've had fun there before. Titanosaurus fan, it's really cool. Like Disneyland and all the parks there. Even though I heard you're not a fan of Hollywood, asked you to direct the new Friday the 13th, would you want to do it? That's the thing. Like, I always imagine if the studio asked me to do some sort of horror based series, I would probably take it, and people would ask, well, what would you do with it? Well, let me put it like this, for example. If I had the possibility, I would make a 5th Jaws movie. And I don't mean a reboot. I don't mean a soft reboot, I don't mean a remake. I would want to do a direct sequel to Jaws 4. And what I mean by that is, yes, I would include 3D and 4 as canon. But make it these little side jokes of here's what happened before, and try to bridge all of it together in one last movie, one final movie to kind of end it all. I would have Richard Dreyfuss come back. I'd have Dennis Quaid come back, or whoever, one of the Brody kids, all the Brody kids were still around. I'd have them come back. I'd have Gary come back. I would make sure whoever is left of the cast of those 4 movies does return, and they do get proper send-offs. That's what I would do with the 5th Jaws. But I would also want to go back to the tone of the first film. So it would be kind of like how they do all these soft reboots where they go back to the original film and make it look like that. I want to do that, but with Jaws, I wouldn't want to try to make it where you don't see the shark until halfway through the movie. You know, like I thought of these different concepts for a 5th movie. Like either it is a direct sequel to the 4th film, or you do something where, like, here's something I thought of. The concept that maybe like Richard Dreyfuss comes back to Amity, and it's kind of run down. It's not as busy as it was 40, 50 years ago because, you know, shark attacks. There, it's a dump. But maybe something does happen where Dreyfuss does see these shark attacks. These attacks do occur, and people do die. And Richard Dreyfuss goes out there, but it turns out it wasn't a shark. There was no shark the whole time. And it was just something in his head. Like, not the deaths happened. Like, the deaths did happen. Like, the deaths happened, and, like, there were people who died in the ocean, but it wasn't from a shark. It was either a boating accident or it was something. See what I did there? And in that sense, Richard Dreyfuss, because he would be so PTSD'd from his experience that he thinks the shark is out there. So everybody thinks he's nuts, and it turns out he is kind of nuts, but he's just dealing with PTSD. Where it's like, the shark was never there. The shark was never there, and then that would make, and then maybe have it at the end where he says, you know, maybe we've just been going this wrong way. Let's try to not like pretty much turn sharks into our enemies. So like maybe that he goes and helps sharks. So like some sort of weird kind of psychological thriller is what I would do with the 5th Jaws, where it's like the whole twist is there was no shark. There's no shark in this whole thing. The shark did happen in '75, but there's been no shark since. That, or I would do a sequel that pretty much says, yes, these sharks do exist, but they're not great whites. They're actually a different species. Not a megalodon. They're like a say, Megapromanthus Jaws, as I would put it, like kind of a Kong-related kind of shark. But it's like, yeah, like just do something like that where there is a sequel, but it goes back to the original roots of first film. But it does continue what happened with 2, 3, and 4. That's just me of what I would do with Jaws. It might sink your teeth into it, yes. No, it wouldn't be Jaws 4, it'd be Jaws 5. Jaws 5 was Jaws the Revenge, and it wouldn't have a subtitle. It would just be Jaws 5. That, or, yeah, because that's the thing. What movie has a title with 5 anymore, really? Like, I would actually be one of the, like, just call it 5. You know, like Rambo 4 or something. Let's see here. Watch Tales from the Crypt. I never really watched it, although I do own the first season. Jaws 5, the finale. I'd probably call it like Jaws Resurface. Or Jaws 5 Resurface, or something like that, something ocean related. Because one of the things I love, one of the things I thought about doing the sequel to Jaws is because one of the things I really liked back in the early days of YouTube were these fan trailers that people put out for sequels that never happened. There were 2 for Jaws 5 that I really liked. One had footage of Richard Dreyfuss from What About Bob pretty much going insane. The other was using the Alien trailer music with black and white images from like other shark movies, Jaws stuff. At the very end, the tagline was "Never go in the water again." And I'm like, I want to use that as my tagline, like just to do. And on top of that, I would not CGI the shark. I would not do it. I would make it fully practical. I would go back to the original mold and make it look like the shark from the first film. I wouldn't try to like upgrade it or anything like that. And not Fire Island. I know Family Guy made fun of that. Have you heard about Child's Play reboot Mark Hamill going to be Chucky? Yeah, I'm actually kind of interested in that. I do like the Child's Play movies, but they're never scary. They're more funny scary. Like they're more like kind of comedic scary. And I love Brad Dourif as Chucky. And in fact, I love Brad Dourif in everything. But my only thing is like with Mark Hamill is a good choice. It's a good choice. Don't get me wrong. But I think he's just going to Joker it. He's just going to use his Joker voice. I think that's what the studio pretty much said. Just do your Joker voice because that's scary. So it'd be interesting to kind of compare and see what he does with the voice. Because I am looking forward to seeing. I did like his video where he's like, remember, he's more than just a toy. He's your best friend. That's so creepy. God damn it, Mark. That's going to be good. Oh, and in answer to the subtitle of why it's called NERFINATOR 2 Snow Day, because it's supposed to be spring right now, and we've got fucking snow still. Like, it's still snowing. It snowed today. And I'm getting sick of it, honestly. Like, enough with snow. I want to move on to warmer weather, essentially. He actually voiced Chucky in an episode of Robot Chicken. Okay, let's look into that. Send me the skit for that, Huey. And good to see you, man. Let's see. Let's see here. What a twist. My second favorite CGI company is Weta Digital. Yeah, like, it's really a toss between Weta or ILM, in my opinion, in terms of the best special effects companies. Hey, do you think you have a cameo in my next film? These guys are being depending on what it is like studios, shoot me a message and send me the script and I'll get back to you on that. Am I the only one who thinks this live stream is actually like scheduled 1990%? Okay, I don't understand that one. Mark Hamill, okay, I already did that. Yeah, it is a snow-brainer. Ha 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 ha. Ever thought about reviewing the Alien series? Not really. The Alien series is kind of not up my alley at the moment because, one, I've only seen bits and pieces of each film. Two, they're just not, like, it just seem kind of boring to me. I mean, the Alien series I know is great, but I don't think it would be up my alley. Maybe someday. I don't know if I ever get into it. I am aware of that school play that actually does look fucking kick-ass. Like, I'd want to see that. That actually, see, I want to do that, but with, like, another movie I enjoy, like Kong, or, like, an anime. Do, like, a stage production of that. Because it's funny enough, because when I was a kid, I did participate in a lot of elementary school plays. I helped build the sets for a school play that actually you can see on my channel called The Night to Remember, which was in my elementary school play. You can go check that out. I did put it on YouTube, remastered it. But I've always been a fan of school plays. I've always been a fan of set designs and building stuff. So I think if I was able to take a hold of stage production, I would be able to. Like, I know there's a stage production down around where I live, where they're trying to do a production of the Chronicles of Narnia. And they're trying to figure out how to do a Aslan as a character. And I told them, I remember I bumped into them during lunch when I was out to lunch, and I said, have you considered building an animatronic? And they're like, that's impossible. You need wires and stuff. No, just get some PVC pipe and shit. And they're like, huh. So I might go back and see what the hell's going on with that. Because if so, I would want to maybe see if I can help them out with that. I don't know. Maybe someday. I already answered that question, Rick. I did see the Joker trailer, and it actually looks pretty kick-ass. I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty good. Let's see here. Check my friend Sonic Galaxy is going to do a King Kong Sprite movie with Sonic characters. Okay. Well, I have to be honest. Can I be honest? I've already said this before in a previous live stream, guys. I'm not a Sonic fan. I never have been. I was never a Sega person growing up. I was Nintendo. I was Super Nintendo. I was Mario. I was Donkey Kong. I was all that shit. I never got into Sonic. For me, Sonic is the Felix the Cat of video game characters. Because if Mario is the Mickey Mouse of video game characters, then Sonic is Felix the Cat. Now, I like Felix the Cat. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've reviewed the movie. I love Felix the Cat. But I'm not a fan of Sonic. I never got the appeal. I was never interested in it. It's the same thing with Pokemon. Never got into Pokemon. But it's just like, I understand how people like this series. I understand it. If you like it, more power to you. It's just not my thing. And given the fact that I've seen way too many DeviantArt fan arts of Sonic, it's just really distasteful to me. It's just not my thing. I mean, I played the games once or twice, and the original games are fun. And this is the other thing I just don't like about Sonic. Is that everybody gets so excited for a new game or a new Sonic product, and every time it sucks. Every fucking time. Like, I've said this before, I'll say it again. There has not, from my perspective, there has not been a good Sonic thing since Sonic 3 on the Genesis. Since the Genesis age, has there not been anything really good Sonic-wise? Like, not saying they're bad, not saying they're god-awful, but they haven't been as good. Meaning, like, oh, you like this game for, like, the Saturn or for, like, the Xbox, but there's problems with it. And people get disappointed, essentially. I mean, yeah, like, I know Sonic Mania is a good one, I know, like, that's the thing. But I'm sorry, guys, I'm not a Sonic fan. I'm not. I just don't care for it. I think it's interesting. It's kind of cool. I mean, I like the Sonic Side AM show. That's the closest thing I enjoy, but it's just kind of boring to me. It's not my thing, really, Sonic. So, bottom line, I am a Nintendo person. I'm not a Sega person. Although Afterburner looks, I love Afterburner. But, and their arcades. Sega does good with arcade games, but not with game systems and shit. Anyway, so to the point, I'm not a big Sonic fan. I am wondering what's going to happen with this movie, especially with Jim Carrey. But in terms of any other Sonic stuff, I just don't care. Moving on. Yeah, Sonic Mania is fine. I guess. Main villain became a black hole. Wait, what? Wait, does Sonic become a black, like, Dr. Robotnik or something? What the fuck? Okay. Sorry I have not been stopping for live stream, but I'm in 2 musicals and I play. Oh, cool! Yeah, nice! That's interesting. I'm glad you've I'm glad you've gotten into musicals. That's really cool. Fine, Justin Tag. Finish! Okay. The YouTube poops are what makes Sonic good. I like YouTube poops. I like the YouTube poops of Sonic. Those make them good. Okay? There. Do you ever buy full-size original movie posters? I wish, but the problem is I can't afford original movie posters. I mean, most of the posters you guys see, guys, are either from movie theaters where they give them out for free, or I get them at Comic-Con. So, like, the Back to the Future, Jaws, and Legend poster I got at Fan Expo. These 2 pieces where it says, with the comic book thing, the purple and green thing, that's actually Beast Wars fan art I got from a fan art booth, the Artist Alley, which I really like, because it's all the Beast Wars characters with the Maximals and Predacons, and I just put them together, and I love that. That's one of my favorite pieces of artwork. It's so fucking cute, but, there's that, essentially. I'll have to give myself a promotion. Yeah, fine. Justin Chang. Guys, go subscribe to Justin Chang. He needs some support. He does some really cool videos, by the way. Go check him out. Why is it you think that video game composers have produced better score than film composers now? I don't say that, honestly. I really don't say that. Like, I've never said that, actually. I just find video game and film scores are two different things. It's really hard to tell. Occasionally, for me, like, here's how like, if you want me to bring this up, something that you guys might not notice is occasionally when I want to use a track from a movie or basically a score or a song from like an actual song. Occasionally, I'll either get a cover or I'll get a video game version of it because I do like the video game covers of them. So I do like either one, basically. Hey, Thomas, good to see you. Do you like the Mattel Brachiosaurus? Yes, that's the only Mattel one I really want, and I don't think I'm ever going to get that because fucking scalpers. Yeah, everybody trying to get that fucking Brachiosaurus Mattel figure, good fucking luck, because guess what? Those scalpers are going to be right on it. But the fact that it's going to be like 150 to 200, how do you think scalpers are going to be buying that? Because even they're just like, that's way too expensive. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I need support, especially on Patreon. Okay, fine. Guys, go subscribe to Huey 2 more. Go support him on Patreon. He does need some help because I know right now he is struggling to get his show back up because of just like some issues with like technical problems. But his content is absolutely amazing. He's actually one of the reasons I got into reviewing, aside from Nostalgia Critic and the Angry Video Game Nerd. Definitely go check out his content. Definitely go support him on Patreon. He does need that help. Like, he does need that help a lot. So, there you go, Huey. I hope that helps you, man. I do like to put the plug in occasionally. But hey, I make $5 a month, man, and, you know, that doesn't cover my ass, but that's better than nothing. Let's put it like that. Let's be optimistic, Huey. It's better than nothing. But there you go, guys. Go subscribe to Huey, please. Go help him out. I have a Mattel Mosasaurus figure on my shelf. Do you? No, I don't have that one yet. I don't have that figure. Have you heard of the arcade game Polybius? Yeah, I saw the ABGN's found footage episode on it, and I loved it. That was great. Hey, man, I wanted to say thank you for supporting me and my grandmother. It meant a lot. My grandmother says, I'm an old gal and I can fight anything. Your grandmother's a badass, Eric. Hope she's recovering really good. I'm really hoping she does. Yeah, like, I read that in my old man voice. I'm sorry, Eric, but that's great. I'm an old gal. I can fight anything. Good on you, Graham. What if Tim Burton made a horror movie? Says Eduardo Flores. I'm butchering these names. I'd be interested. He's done it before. Like, he's done Sleepy Hollow. He's done Sweeney Todd. But here's the thing, guys. I've honestly kind of given up on Tim Burton. I really have. Like, he used to make good movies, but he just hasn't been as... I think the dropping point for me with Tim Burton was Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland was where I just kind of just like, you're just not as good anymore. Because the thing is with Tim Burton, I wanted to go see Dumbo. I really had faith in Dumbo. I really did. But then I heard the one scene you think they hired him for, which is the pink elephant scene, and they do jack shit with it. Yeah, no, Tim Burton, you fucked up, and now I'm not interested anymore. You had one job to make the pink elephant scene one of the most iconic scenes in the movie your own thing and make it hallucinogenic acid and shit, and you don't do it as just, oh, we're just gonna pass by it. Yeah. Tim, I'm sorry, I've given up on you, man. Unless you make a third Batman with Michael Keaton and Billy D. Williams and Michelle Pfeiffer, I don't fucking care anymore. Make a third Batman and then I'll be happy and then I'll have faith in you again, okay? But aside from that, I really don't care. I really don't care about Tim Burton anymore. I think he's lost his touch. I wanted to have faith with Dumbo. I really want to see, but yeah, no, I don't care about Tim anymore. I'm just going to pass until he makes a third Batman. That's all I care about. Just make Batman 3 and I'll be happy. Because all I want to hear is Tim Burton's theme going da-da-da-da-da again, and then I'll be happy. Okay, moving on. Yeah, the Joker trailer looks good, Thomas. I'm looking forward to it. Do you know about Albertosaurus? The dinosaur resembled T-Rex. Yeah, I know about Albertosaurus. Kind of a dinosaur that's kind of under the radar, but it's just not my thing, honestly. I'm still a T-Rex guy. She's recovering like a freaking beast, like a King Kong level of beast. King Kong ain't got shit on me, Shunny. There you go, man. Let's see. Hey, Jack, what's your favorite Disney ride? This I can answer. I do. Okay. my favorite Disney ride for me, it's really a tie between a couple. I like Star Tours. I like Indiana Jones Indiana Jones Adventures, like the one at Disneyland. I do like the stunt show though. But I think my favorite Disney ride is a tie between Captain EO and Pirates of the Caribbean. I love the Pirates ride. I know there's been changes. If you want to see what my opinion on the changes are, go check out Tony Goldmark's videos. But yeah, I really dig the Pirates ride. I love the Pirates ride. It's just so iconic. Let's see. Good to see you, Smith. Glad to see you on here. We hear the Jaws theme over the boys as it builds up the attack. We hear whirring, clacking, and shearing. Oh, okay, I see what you want to do. So you want to do a biopic on the making of Jaws. That I would do too. Don't necessarily do a remake or a reboot or a sequel. Just do a biopic on the making of it. And you build everything to scale. Make it look like how it did 50 years ago. Favorite dinosaur since childhood? Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let's see. Your favorite audio commentary for any film? This is a good question. Okay, Justin, I can answer this. It's really a toss-up between the 2005 Kong commentary, the stuff on the Star Wars DVDs. I like those, and I want to say what is it? The Lord of the Rings, the whole Tolkien Middle Earth saga. All those commentaries I could listen to all day and never get bored. I love those commentaries. Those are great. Let's see here. I would honestly watch that. Kong versus Jaws, I would honestly watch that. There is plans to do a King Kong review kind of thing on a subject that's been creeping up. That was a rumored production back in the 70s, which was King Kong versus Orca. The thing is, I put it off for a while because I didn't know if there was enough information for it, but I think I can make something work for that. So let's see what happens there. Have I seen the new Hellboy trailer? Yeah, and I don't care. I'm not a big Hellboy person. Which extinct creatures would you wish were still alive today? Dinosaurs, god damn it. I know they're still trying to make clone dinosaurs. I want my clone dinosaurs, god damn it. Like Potbelly Dinosaur. I want that. I don't care if it's a sin against God or nature. I want my fucking goddamn Potbelly Dinosaur, god damn it. Hey Jack, I know you're not a Sonic fan, but you're a Kong fan, right? My friend Sonic Galaxy 27 is doing a King Kong Sprite movie. Yeah, I know that, and I really don't care. I don't like Sonic. I'm sorry. It's not my thing, Ralph. I apologize. Eric King. Oh, Jack, I wanted to say because this was shocking, but some kid in my school almost got... Eric, why? Why would you tell me that? That is not only a painful image in my head, but... I shouldn't be laughing at that. I shouldn't be laughing at that. I won't. Oh, don't break me here, man. Don't break me here. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Please. Oh, God. Jesus. Do you have any of the public domain Kong books? Yes, I do. I do have the Dallas W. Lovelace novelization. I haven't read it yet, but I do want to read it at some point. I wish the Mosasaurus and Megalodon were still alive. I don't think anybody would like that because nobody would go in the water. Also, Parasaurolophus and Carnotaurus. I don't know. Okay, Parasaurolophus. They'd be a good replacement for cattle. Honestly, like use them for cows, essentially. Yeah, that's true, Huey. But like, if there's a way to bring them back, I would. Eric, you just scarred his brain. Yes, you did. Yes, I don't need to know that, man. That's too much information. I'm sad. Yes, Kevin, I'm very sad. I never could make that F3. Okay, moving on. Hey man, I'm friends with the main actress in the King Kong musical. I'm trying to get her to sign something for you and for your gift. Oh, dude, come on! Bro, come on! Like, no! You've done enough for me, man. You don't need to get the actress to sign something for me. Oh my God. Come on, man. Hey, come on, dude. No. You can't do that. No. Let's see here. But they are actually almost able to clone the Tasmanian tiger. Okay, cool. That's awesome, Huey. The price for the Mattel Indominus Rex will be $40. Not a bad price. Okay, then. Will you review new Godzilla movie since I did review the first one as a opening night. It's under the classic reviews though. But yeah, I do have plans to review the new Godzilla movie. But a certain Godzilla themed video, big time, probably won't be till November because I want to see how King of the Monsters turns out. Anyway, also, which creatures alive today do you wish were extinct? I'd say half of the human population. We're overcrowded. I wouldn't say extinct, but I want at least half of the human population because we are overcrowded as a species. Let some other creatures kind of bloom a bit, is what I would do. I know that late old school, we still got another 20 minutes. My Spinosaurus is named Savannah, just my personal name. That's cute, actually, Kevin O'Bell. That's actually really cute. I'm going to be getting into Safari Limited dinosaur figures since you don't have one. Which would you like to have? I have a lot of the Safari Limited dinosaurs. I never said I didn't like them. It's just I don't collect them often. But yeah, good for you, man. Those are good. Oh, Jesus. Gas buildup from Crystal Pepsi. Again, guys, I've been addicted to this stuff. This shit's amazing. Let's see. After we watch Godzilla King of the Monsters, should we do a group chat on my channel, KPFs, or yours? Well, for me, I'm probably going to be reviewing the movie solo, but maybe if, like, KPF wants me to be on for a afterwards video when we've all reviewed it, or something like that, I'm up for that. I am up for a group chat, but in terms of doing it one here, it's been hard because I don't want to wait till I get a new laptop before I do any more real guest appearances, live stream wise. Hey Jack, I got an update on my uncle. He went home today. Good, Connor. I'm really glad he's home safe and sound. What's your favorite musical? Okay, so this is interesting, Ike. So I've only seen a fair share of musicals. I've only seen a fair share, but I can name the ones I've seen and the ones I like. I love The Lion King. The Lion King is one of my personal favorites. I did see Beauty and the Beast when I was a wee kid, but I barely remember it. Actually, no, you know what? My favorite Broadway musical, believe it or not, is Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. I saw that on Broadway 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago, and I thought it was better than any of the movies. I'm not kidding. The Spider-Man musical, despite all its production problems, I felt told the story and was way better than any of the films. And that's saying something, because I actually think there hasn't been, like, since Into the Spider-Verse, there hasn't been a good Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 1 and 2. So I will actually say that. I will say Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark is better than any of the movies. So I've seen that. I felt Book of Mormon is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. I do want to see Monty Python's Smell-A-Lot, and I do want to see Avenue Q, because I heard those are funny. But I love Book of Mormon and the Kong musical. Those are really the only ones I can say I've seen and enjoyed. You know what's funny? This would be interesting to bring to Broadway. They should bring the South Park film to Broadway. They should bring Bigger, Longer, and Uncut to Broadway. I think that would actually work because it's already a musical. And you could think of the production designs for that and how funny that would be if they did a South Park Broadway musical. I would go see that, honestly. But those are my personal favorites. Colossal Titan versus Monster vs. Kong, who would win? Monster vs. Kong. Who would you rather keep as a pet, George from Rampage or Mighty Joe Young? I'd have to go with Mighty Joe Young because at least then he's more friendly than George. I do find George to be a bit more aggressive and a bit too big. I would prefer Mighty Joe Young. I love Jurassic World's Carnotaur design better than Disney's One Thing Universal done right scale. The other dinosaurs not oversized like the Disney one. Yeah, I mean, I like both designs, but I mean, I think, like, as much as the Carnotaurus in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is more accurate, I do like the Disney one a little bit better, just because it looks more scary. Jack, we have a whole movie franchise that warns us not to clone dinosaurs. Who cares? They'll make money. They'll be better than cloning humans, which that's stupid. Oh, God. Don't remind me of Fallen Kingdom. In fact, I'm just going to come out and say it, guys, because really thinking about it, every time I've gone back and watched that film, I do find more things wrong with it. I will come out and say it. Fallen Kingdom is actually the worst in the series. I'll admit it. It's worse than the third one. And here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I think the third one is garbage. But the problem is that the third one felt more like Jurassic Park than Fallen Kingdom did. Fallen Kingdom, like, the biggest issues I have with it is it's rushed, it's made to sell toys, it suffers from Batman and Robin syndrome, where it's just too much too quickly. There's too much things on the screen just to sell toys. It was cut to shit because of the darkness. And on top of that, it was just the fact that the biggest issue I have is, like, I think the reason it doesn't feel like Jurassic Park, one, the aspect ratio. The new black screen format, I was cool with it at first, but over time it just doesn't fit the other films. But also, there's no themes to the other movies. Like, the original Jurassic Park theme is just gone. Like, it shows up little bits and pieces, but it just didn't feel right without John Williams' music in there. Like, fully in there. It didn't feel right. So, for me, it just didn't work for me, guys. As I keep going back and watching it to see if I can like it, but every time I go back, I find something even more wrong with it. And on top of that, I can name a few things I liked. I still think the acting's good. I still think the cast is great. I did find it was dark. Like, I liked how dark it got in some instances. The first half I loved on the island. The second half was terrible. And of course, practical effects. The one thing they did listen with the last one was that they used more animatronics, which I'm happy with. But man, did they just fuck up on the story, man. It just didn't feel right, honestly. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah. Fallen Kingdom is the worst in the franchise. I am counting on the next one to fix that. Because I'll put it like this. Fallen Kingdom, if The Last Jedi is that for Star Wars, Fallen Kingdom is the Last Jedi of the Jurassic Park franchise. There, I said it. It is the Last Jedi of Jurassic Park. And what I mean by that is, like, okay, I still like The Last Jedi. I liked The Last Jedi. Is it one of the best Star Wars movies? No, but I liked it. I'm not saying it's the worst. I'm not saying anything. I liked it. It's good, not great. Right, is what I'll say about The Last Jedi. I'm not as hateful as everybody else is. But I will say, the people who say Last Jedi is the worst and all that bitching and moaning, I can apply that to Fallen Kingdom. There you go. So, where it might not be the hatred towards The Last Jedi, I can apply that to Fallen Kingdom. I will say that right now. It is the worst in the franchise. I do like bits in it, but it is technically the worst one. And I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. My mind has kind of changed a little bit. And I do have to apologize to Part 3 because it just didn't, like, at least Jurassic Park 3 felt like a Jurassic Park movie, is what I'll say. It did feel that way. So, there you go. Basically, there's my rant for Fallen Kingdom again. The closest we got to Welcome to Jurassic Park 3 is with the Brachiosaurus die. Yeah, and here's my biggest bitching moment about it. The main thing doesn't show up till the end of the credits. Oh, now you remind us we were watching a Jurassic Park movie. No. Where was the fucking theme when they're flying to the island? You know, dun 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 da 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 da. Where was that the rest of the movie? Honestly, like, could somebody do a fan edit where they put the music in, the original John Williams music? If somebody can do a fan edit and maybe take out the stuff I didn't like, then I'd appreciate it a bit more. Hell, I might do that. I might do a fan edit of Fallen Kingdom because honestly, like, yeah, man, it just didn't work. It was rushed. It suffers from Batman and Robin syndrome, where it's just too much too quickly. Yeah, well, no. Here's the thing, Smith. Well, that theme to Jurassic Park wasn't in the movie. Well, it kind of was. At least like the other theme in that film, you know, ba-da-da, you know, like the one where everybody puts, like, lyrics in, holy fucking shit, it's a dinosaur. At least that's in the movie, Smith. But, like, you know, because the other thing about it, Jurassic Park has two themes. There's, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then the other one being, bum 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 bum. So whereas World had that, the first one, Fallen Kingdom had the second one, but at the very end, it's like, can't we just have both? Honestly, okay, I'm done ranting about Fallen Kingdom. I'm done. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's keep to a different subject. We got 10 minutes left. So now that I've interviewed Linda Miller, which actor from King Kong vs. Godzilla would you be interested in interviewing next? Probably Akira Takarada. Oh wait, was Akira Takarada in King Kong vs. Godzilla? I can't remember. As if anybody's around from that movie. I can't remember, but I don't know. Like, I think if there's one person I'd want to interview from any of the Kong movies, it would be the cast of the 76 remake. If I could get them all in a table and just do an interview with them, that'd be great. I would do that. No worries, Eric. No worries. It's not even shameful. It's funny. It's funny. So don't feel bad, man. Yeah, all credit to Michael Galancio. His things are great, but he's no John Williams. That's the thing. Like, I like Michael's work, but he missed out on Fallen Kingdom. I think he should have added more of John Williams' music to that. What if they fused dinosaurs with current animals like T-Rex fused with the Liner, Indoraptor fused with the Fly? Okay, here's the thing. I'm just gonna go on this thing. You know how to clone dinosaurs, guys? If you can't get the full DNA of one, just splice other animals together. Like, try to make a T-Rex. Just take some crocodile and take some ostrich and take the size of elephants. There's your T-Rex. There's your T-Rex. It's gonna look like a weird concept, but okay, just think a two-legged crocodile the size of an elephant. There's your T-Rex. There you go. It's the closest thing. Okay, how about Triceratops? Okay, the same thing. Take some take maybe some. How to make a Triceratops? Okay, take some frilled lizard DNA and mix it with a rhino. Triceratops. There you go. Okay, name another one. Got room for one more? Stegosaurus. That's a tough one. Okay, I'd say take a bit of armadillo. Again, maybe take a bit of a hippo. Take a hippo, and the size of the hippo, but your main for the fucking Stegosaurus, a turtle. Just use a fucking turtle or a tortoise. There you go, armored dinosaur. Long neck dinosaur. Long neck. Like, you gotta have the fucking brontosaurus. Okay. Same thing, take a long neck turtle, but combine it with this and like remove its shell, take a little bit of crocodile DNA or something like that. I'll put in the size of a giraffe. There's your brontosaurus. Okay, one more pterodactyl. You don't need to do much, you just need to make a featherless bird. Just make a featherless bird. Boom, there's your fucking pterodactyl. Yeah, there you go. That's how I would make dinosaurs. I just create weird fuck babies of other animals and just try to splice them all into one creature, essentially. But that's how I would do dinosaurs. So yeah, guys, we are at the 52-minute mark, so we're going to wrap this up. We're going to answer 3 more questions, but before we do, of course, if you guys want to support the channel, link below for our Patreon, just $1 or more will get you early access to all of our content, plus tons of extra features, so definitely do that. And if you guys want to send us donations, gifts, fan letters, do so at this address, BigJackFilms, Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G100. We'd love to hear from you guys in fan letters, and we'd love to do a fan mail fanatics with your fan mail, so definitely do that. So, without further ado, we are going to answer the last 3 questions of this live stream. And don't make it verses. Let's make it good questions. How do I feel about Dragon Ball Super coming back? I've heard very mixed things about if it's coming back or not. I've heard it's coming back. I've heard it's not coming back. Until we see a trailer, I'm not going to put my hopes up. But if it does come back, more power to me. As long as I get to see 18 again, that's all that matters. Ike Studios, what is your favorite part of the King Kong musical? Without giving too much away in terms of the review, my favorite moment was the snake fight. No. It was the snake fight, and it was also the Broadway scene, meaning like the scene where they present Kong, because at that point, you were part of the story, because you were the audience member, and that's when I felt Kong was real. That was my favorite moment. So there's that. Let's see. Okay, this last question is from Brian Kingsley, and I will answer this one for you. Batman review. And does that mean I will be getting to reviewing anything Batman related? Yes. Yes, it will. I'm going to announce this now, and don't expect this immediately. Expect a couple months for me to work on it, but I am prepping a 30th anniversary retrospective of Tim Burton's Batman. It will be one of our big productions of the year. It'll definitely be a huge thing. We've got casting. We're getting locations. We're going to be shooting in the city. We've got a couple of action scenes in the episode. It's going to be a nice one, and you can definitely look forward to that. Hopefully around June will be a 30th anniversary of Tim Burton's Batman, as well as pretty much a retrospective of the 80 years of The Dark Knight. So that will be a first for us. Let's see how that does. Maybe we'll do more afterwards. Don't expect them like a marathon, a bat marathon of all the fucking movies. We're not doing that. These are going to be very sporadic reviews if this first Batman review kicks off. So definitely look forward to that. We've got some things coming. It's going to be you guys are going to really like this episode. So that's it for this live stream, guys. Thank you all so much for attending. We really hope you guys have been enjoying we hope you guys enjoyed the March of Kong. If you have any other further questions, let us know in the comments. We're basically expect tomorrow night a convention adventure from Toronto Comic-Con. And we are going to try to at least put out at least 2 to 3 videos a week for you guys, because we do want to keep the other video up. We've got a couple other shows we want to try out. Bradley's got a pilot episode he wants to do. Josh just got a couple of videos coming up. We're prepping the 100th episode. It's going to be great. We'll keep you guys posted. Don't forget to also follow us on Twitter. I just like to post fun stuff on Twitter, little things and stuff, behind-the-scenes things. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Support us on Patreon. Check out our fan fiction stuff. We are planning to at some point get back to that. I don't know when. And yeah, that's it, guys. So thank you all so much. And of course, if you guys want to send us fan mail, donations, and whatever, definitely do so at this address: Big Jack Films, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0. And we'd love to hear from you guys. So until the next video, like, comment, subscribe. We will see you guys later. This is Big Jack Films signing off, and drink Crystal Pepsi, and it's Nerf for nothing, motherfuckers. Bye. Am I still